and they win their first World Series championships in 108 years.
Frank, what do you mean sad? Ain't no crying in baseball.
Well, there's no crying, but, the Cleveland Indians, they poured their hearts out in the field. They never quit.
They did. Let me take my hat off to Theo, because he added one guy to that roster they didn't have last year, and he happened to be down there with that car with that most valuable player trophy. Zobi did his job in this World Series.
Yeah, he did. How about him? 2 World Series back-to-back years. That works.
Yeah, I guess memo to Major League Baseball, you cannot win a championship without Ben Zobrist.
And that is certainly true. Listen to this crowd behind us. I got the Go Cubs Go song going loud and going proud, and I'm sure Chicago has it even louder than that. As these Cubs defy history, they do something that hadn't been done in 108 years. And I think there are a lot of points to this game, and I think look, and this is live television. These are the Cubs. They've come out from the champagne celebration. They are mingling with their family. There are a ton of Cubs fans down by the dugout who have navigated down David Ross, who is retiring. And what a way to go out for David Ross, not only winning the World Series, but the guy hits a home run off Andrew Miller in his final game.
It gets no better than that. Andrew Miller home run. He's been shutting people, dominating people. David Ross's final game hits a big home run after really an error that cost 2 runs behind the plate. But it's one of those things. This guy's very resilient. This team's resilient. A very good Cubs team. In the near future, I don't know what they're going to do to keep all these guys together, because they're that good.
Was Andrew Miller a little too strong tonight?
I thought so, Pete, and I saw it in Game 1. Anytime he gets multiple days of rest, he was not as sharp, and the slider comes out spinning. Yeah, I think that was an issue.
Well, this game really didn't go how we thought, right? I mean, Kluber was off. Andrew Miller was off. I mean, Hendricks was pitching well, and then Lester comes in the middle of the game. And actually, after that wild pitch, he settled in and pitched well. And then Chapman, who hadn't given up a home run as a Cub, gives up a home run to Rajai Davis. I mean, there was just so much craziness that happened in this game. But I want to talk about that rain delay as you're looking and seeing live now at some of the pictures on the field right in front of us. Alex, tell me about that. Take us inside the clubhouse. You heard the players, and we heard from Jason Heyward after they had a little players-only meeting. They had that short rain delay, and Heyward kind of went over and spurted. How did that get them going here? How did that turn them around?
It obviously made a big impact, and Jason Heyward called a meeting right behind the dugout for the folks at home, right to the right-hand side. You have a pretty small weight room, and that's where the meeting was held. But I got to tell you, in baseball, unlike basketball and football, we don't get 20-second timeouts. We don't get full timeouts. This is a Phil Jackson opportunity, right, where you can come in, huddle the troops, and regroup. And sometimes you got to re-tee it up, Pete, and go again, and that's what they did.
Well, that's the kind of year it was for Chicago Cubs, because all 3 of us played in more rain than what we had tonight. They got a bad weather forecast. That rain wasn't enough to stop play. Did you think?
They must have thought there was more coming, obviously.
That's a bad weather forecast.
But it worked. Yeah. The Cubs are thankful.
It worked for the Cubs to a T.
The Cubs are thankful. There's no question about that.
Believe it or not,
Al Roker was here.
They said Heyward. Heyward had a meeting in the weight room and got these guys all to believe in themselves again. That's why they turned it around. That's what 3 or 4 of the Cub players said. How about that?
It shows he's a high-character guy. After having a disastrous season that he had, he still had the character to pick up these guys and say, hey, we can get this done. I got to tip my hat and applaud Jason Heyward tonight for doing that, because this is the reason they spent so much money to go out to get him and bring him from St. Louis. He showed up tonight. He played his heart out. He made 2 big defensive plays last night. But this is a team, and that's what won this World Series championship, a solid team.
Let me piggyback off you a little bit there, Frank, because I think Jason Heyward, he took a beating, and everybody from here to Chicago was on him. But he could have folded his tent, gone back to Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
And instead, he kept grinding away. The last 3 games, he looked really good, played solid defense, and his swings look a lot better.
Talk about Henrik pitched pretty good tonight, didn't
That's him right there. He's on the field.
Did he pitch pretty good game?
I think he pitched very well.
He was awesome today. I'm fascinated by him, his story. I mean, the fact that he can dominate, throwing 88 to 89 with movement and location, and obviously a lot of intelligence.
Just think about it. He started the season as a 5 starter. Ends the season, possible Cy Young winner. I mean, that could happen in the near future.
Hey, you know what, Pete? If we went to Mesa in March and watched this young man pitch, we would not tell the difference between Game 7 start and March 15th. Right. And I think that's what's going to make him really good long term.
I was thinking, watching the Cubs try and close out. Here's Carl Edwards. Hey, kid, What do you get? 2 saves? Just go close the World Series for us, right? And then, of course, Joe goes to Montgomery, and that was a tough final play by Chris Bryant. That was no gimme.
It slipped.
Yeah.
Slipped.
The weather's coming in hard here now, so apparently the game got over in time. It's windy. The rain is picking up in Cleveland.
Schwarber hit
Kevin,
400.
You got to talk about that.
Schwarber hit over 400.
412 in the World Series coming right out of the Arizona Fall League. I've never seen anything like it.
What, he had 3 hits tonight?
He can flat out hit.
His hit got the whole thing started.
Yes, it
in
did.
the 10th.
Yes, it did.
About 108 years laying in the shoulders of a 25-year-old Kyle Schwarber Jr. That's a lot of pressure.
Didn't
he can
work,
play
did
another
it?
25
Didn't
years.
work, did it?
Well, look, he can play another 25 years. He won't get 2 bigger outs. I'll tell you
you're
that.
right about
But just think about this. The players on this team, they break this curse 108 years, and most of these guys are not even in their prime. You know, that just says what kind of longevity this team could have.
You know, if you're Theo Epstein and, you put together Boston, you ended that curse. You come here to Chicago, you ended that curse. I mean, what else is left to do right now, Alex? I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Well, listen, if they haven't started building the statue, they probably will outside of Wrigley Field. He's got a one-way ticket to Cooperstown. He is the gold standard. And, Kevin, watching it closely. First of all, I watched it too closely in New York. I saw him build that long term. But the thing for Theo, I mean, the culture shift in 5 years, that's what's fascinating to me. Sometimes it takes 100 years to shift cultures. He did it in 5 years, and it was pretty awesome to watch.
You know what it takes, Kev, for a general manager or I guess, head of baseball operations, that's what Theo is to sign people that are good people that can play. And from the interviews I've seen the last week and a half, 2 weeks with the Cub players, they are good guys that go along with being great players. That's why he's going to build a dynasty over there in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty, and I think you saw that when I was in the clubhouse there with the trophy. Anthony Rizzo, he didn't even know what to say. I mean, he was here when that team lost 100 games, Frank. So he was kind of part of the gradual whole. He was really the first piece, actually.
He was. He's a true superstar. He can get it done on defense, offense, whatever that team needs. He's the leader. I call him the glue guy. He was big in this World Series, along with Brian, along with Zobrist. They got a total team, and they got production from everywhere. You think about last night, 8 hits from 3-4. Tonight, I think it was 6 hits from Schwarber and Fowler. Those guys led the pace tonight. So this is just a great ball game.
Hey, let's do this. Our special correspondent tonight is Bill Murray. No joke. He's in the Cubs clubhouse right now with Dexter Fowler. Let's check this out.
Dexter, is there anyone you want to say hello to on television?
I want to say hello to all the Cubs fans. Hey, we did it. We did it. I want to say that even to the people who didn't think we could do it, we did it.
When you go, we go, Dex. Here, I'm drinking to you. Cheers.
Hey, cheers to that.
All right. All right, pace yourself. Because you're going to do this for a few years. You don't want to start drinking too hard too early.
That's right.
That's good. All right.
Champagne toast here.
All right, here. Good.
Bill, we do it for fans like you. We do it for fans like you. Y'all been fans for all your lives.
My whole life.
Your whole life.
I've been a Cubs fan longer than you've been growing that beard, Dex. Longer than you've been growing that beard.
That's awesome.
It's coming
a long
in.
time.
It looks fantastic.
You know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate that because it's built for 2016 champions.
All right. I'm letting my beard grow from now on. I want to look more and more like you every day.
I want to look like you when I grow up.
The Cubs win the World Series first time in over a century, and Bill Murray is reporting, and it's the first time I can honestly say I've seen a reporter drink on the job. That is great.
Don't drink too much. You got to get used to this for the next years to come.
Exactly.
108 years, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Well, let's talk about Fowler, because this guy was in the car going to the Orioles, and then Theo Epstein kind of stopped him at the stop sign. No, turn around, let's go to Chicago instead. And he got this night off start. I mean, the emotional boost that he gave them tonight, first inning with a homer off Kluber, just kind of sent the signal that, hey, we're hitting this guy tonight.
Yeah, big day for the Chicago Cubs, February 26th, when they were able to, snap them back from the Baltimore Orioles. This guy's a catalyst, and like Bill Murray said, as he goes, they go. To have a guy that switch hits, plays Gold Glove center field, and is an incredible clubhouse guy. What a signature moment for Dexter Fowler tonight.
Got a little bit of pop too.
Yes, he does.
For him to take less money and come back to the team and where he really wanted to be, because he knew how special that team was last year, and he felt they were going to win it all this year. He bet on himself. No pun intended, Pete. He bet on himself.
Believe me, he'll catch up.
And I'm going to tell you right now.
He'll catch up.
He's a free agent. I think he's a free agent. He's got a mutual option with the team. Watch out. He's going to do really well. Well, they're going to have to lock him up because a lot of teams need a leadoff hitter that can do what he can do.
They'll lock him up. Believe me.
He's not taking a discount again. I can promise you that. Here's the scene inside the Cubs clubhouse right now as the champagne and beer are flying. You see Theo Epstein in the back there, Bill Murray somewhere in the middle. Our special correspondent tonight. Can't wait to go back to Bill, see what he's got for us next if we can get through that mess.
Kev, you know what was my absolute favorite part of this game?
Yeah.
Is when they had the mic on Rizzo, and he talked about how emotional he was, how he couldn't control himself. I can relate with that. I mean, playing in New York, there was so much pressure. It was so difficult. I put so much pressure on myself. And there was times where you just jump out of uniform. And when he said that, I can really relate. Can you, Pete?
I can. I mean, he was excited. You know, I think the two guys most excited tonight was Rizzo and Ross.
Yeah.
For some reason. They just seemed to be more excited and didn't really know what the hell to say.
I don't think Rizzo
They
could
were
believe
lost
it.
for words.
I mean,
that's a good feeling.
Even after the Cubs scored, we had a shot of him on third, and he was kind of like,
yeah.
Yeah, what do we do? All right, we got another Bill Murray interview.
Hey, Billy boy.
Our special correspondent back down to the Cubs clubhouse. He's with Theo Epstein, team president.
Welcome back inside the Cubs locker room. I'm with Theo Epstein. He's the boss. Hey, is there anyone you want to say hello to that you haven't thought about lately?
Yeah. You. Yeah, Bill. We just won the World Series.
Oh, it does burn. It's a good burn. It's a good burn. All right, I guess that means I get a 10-day tryout or something like that. Thank you very much.
You
Okay, you're particularly dry, though.
Thank you.
There you go. I got that.
Oh, it's so good when it hits the lips.
All right. Are there any relatives or any folks you haven't talked to this week you want to say you're sorry you didn't get them tickets for the game? Or
No, I just want to thank everyone who's ever put on a Cubs uniform, everyone who's ever rooted for the Cubs. It's been 108 years of love, support, and patience, waiting for a team like this to make it happen on a night like this. And you guys are all world champs tonight. I couldn't be happier for
Thank
you.
you. My mother thanks you, my father thanks you,
man.
my sisters thank you, my brothers thank you. I thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers, over.
That was awesome, buddy.
You know, as if it's not cool enough to be here for a little history, and now we got Bill Murray working
What
for
a
us
hipster
tonight.
lips.
Oh, that is great. But that's the cool thing. Like the emotion's real down there. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
It's real, right?
That's a long time, Kev. 108
a long
years.
time.
Man, that's a long time.
And what a game. A deserving game for the fans who've been waiting 108 years. It wasn't easy.
It's raining.
Extra innings.
Unbelievable. It's raining hard here. I mean, hard in Progressive Field. So, you know what? No one cares now because the game's over. This was a little worry. We're wondering, oh, boy, there's a big rain cell coming through if this went long in extra innings. But you know what? It doesn't matter now. Players went back in. The fans are still here celebrating. You see, these fans are here. And you know what? They don't care if they get wet. I doubt they're driving home to Chicago tonight. There's Miguel Montero. How about Miguel Montero? Guy didn't play much, you know, in this postseason, but he hit a grand slam that essentially won him a game and a huge hit to give him a cushion tonight.
They got contributions from top to bottom. What about Albert Almora, who unbelievable base running play, who, by the way, if you had 15 years in the big leagues, you would be impressed. And that was the key to that inning.
I could be wrong about this, Alex, but I thought when that ball was hit that Davis kind of glided back instead of getting back and coming forward. Because if you're a base runner there, Kev, and the guy is back where he should be and he's coming forward to catch the ball, you have a tendency not to run on him.
Yeah.
But if you're backpedaling to catch it, your grandma can run on
No,
it.
it's interesting. Look at these fans. I mean, it's teeming out right now. They don't care.
I just want to know how they got so many tickets tonight. It seemed like it was a 50-50 crowd in this ballpark. I mean, the Cub fans, they traveled unbelievable.
There were
It just
a lot of
seemed that
fans.
way. It was so many, and they're still here. In the pouring rain, they're having a great time, man. That's the way you support your team.
Everything that went on tonight, you want to know where they got their tickets?
No, I'm just saying, it was so many Cub fans.
Boy,
here.
God is raining
I
right
mean,
now,
I'm just
man.
telling you right now, I can't believe
Crying.
how they bought up all the
Crying.
tickets
The
and got
Cubs
here.
won.
It didn't feel like a home. It didn't seem like a road game for them. I can tell you that much.
It
This
was-
place is loud.
That's
It was an advantage. It was an advantage, certainly, especially when they got the early lead. Of course, the place erupted when Davis, hit the home run there. And I think the emotion, you heard Tom Verducci tell us a story about Aroldis Chapman crying in the rain delay. I mean, we touched on it because we were on for a few minutes in the rain delay that came to us. But I think just that gives you an idea, right? The guy left every single ounce of effort he had out there in this World Series.
Yeah, if there's any question about his toughness, his competitiveness, all those questions are answered. And for me, he bent, but he didn't break. The other thing I want to touch on, Kevin, is it's different. When you're Goliath, they've been favorites from the time they got swept against the Mets. Everybody's been expecting this.
Yeah.
So it's not only a sigh of relief for the players, the managers, and the front office, but all the fans. But it is different when you're the favorites and everybody, you get everybody's best shot, and they've been at it for a while now.
Well, I don't know if anybody didn't think the Cubs were going to win the World Series this year. I mean, and I kind of agree with Frank. Where did all the Cub fans get the tickets?
Well, I think
It's a tough ticket in town.
I think there are vehicles on what's called the World Wide Web.
They bought them all up, I'm telling you. This
have-
place was loud for the Cubs,
They
man.
have
I
a lot
couldn't
of
believe
money.
it.
Petey, they got a lot of money, I can tell you that.
A lot of money in Chicago.
But you know what?
Our world champion.
They could celebrate all day long. I have a feeling that it will be a holiday. There's no work going on in Chicago Thursday or Friday this week. Just a guess. You live there, Frank?
I might disappear for about a month right now. It's going to be so much Cub love for the next couple of months, man. I got to disappear.
Couple
But
of months?
You know, I'm happy for them, though. I'm not a hater. They've been through a lot.
Really?
This is
A White Sox Hall of Famer?
I can't be a hater. I mean, I watched this team being built. Theo took a lot of everything from a lot of people saying he couldn't do it again coming from Boston. But he had a plan. He was very patient. He put together incredible drafts, great young players, and they're all here now, and they're celebrating a World Series within 5 years, like Alex said earlier. I mean, you can't discount that. You can't hate on anything like that. I played this game a long time. You got to respect what was done on the north side the last 5 years.
Yeah, Theo looks like a kid. I mean, he's got a little kid this big.
He's a young guy. That's the
He's
thing.
already got 3 championships.
He's accomplished all this already, and he's so young. And I was just looking at that
Is
picture.
he an Ivy League guy?
He's a Yale guy.
Yes.
That's
Yale
Ivy League.
undergrad, San Diego Law.
Wow.
But you know what? Tom Ricketts bought this team in 2009. In 2011, he brought Theo Epstein. And they've attacked this with 3 silos, the way I see it. They had an incredible business plan. They have a baseball personnel and a culture shift. And it's been unbelievable. Now, to do it twice and to break 2 curses,
But they got a great fan base.
gold standard.
Always had a fan base.
I think the Billy Goat
A
Tavern's
hungry
doing tonight.
fan.
Think they're
A
doing all
hungry
right?
fan base.
They don't want to hear anything about goats. They don't want to hear anything about
No.
black cats. They don't want to hear anything about bunting. They got it done. 2016, the Cubs got it done.
How's a goat sound?
Was that a goat or? I think your goat is ill.
Woo!
It's been a long month,
Hey,
Petey.
Bill Murray is in the Cubs clubhouse.
Billy boy.
He's got Jason Heyward. Bill.
I'm from out of town. I'm in kind of a rush. I want to thank you for everything. I hope you had a wonderful time here in Chicago.
I had a blast, and we're just getting started, but congratulations, bro.
Fantastic. I love it. I thought you hit 2 or 3 balls yesterday. Off the bat, I thought, that's it.
Yeah.
Close. Really
It's all right, close, but
How about that play? Oh, I just want to tell you that when you made that throw off the wall, when you threw that guy out at second base yesterday, I got to scream at those MLB guys who've been saying, and I got to scream at them saying, why is that guy in the game?
Yeah.
Why is that guy playing? Well, that was beautiful. And the catch off the wall, you should have like a bobblehead made of that, where you're just like where you're hanging on the wall, and your head is just bobbing like that. You make a lot of money. I'm just talking, because I think you could use some financial advice, and I'm here for that. Okay?
I appreciate it. We need to get a bobblehead of you holding the World Series trophy, too, though. Congratulations. I mean that, Bill. Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Being
I hope
there
it's
for
good.
us. Always.
Thanks very much.
Thank
You need a sip, you all right?
I'm good. Be careful. You might need some goggles.
Oh, yeah, the goggles are good.
Yeah.
That's all right, but I've never really burned, so I guess you have to burn once before you get the goggles.
That's right. It's a good burn, though.
Cheers,
Cheers. Congratulations.
Bill is
Ken,
he is
can
an
you do me
awesome
a favor?
reporter.
Can you tell Bill to look at that microphone he's got right there? It says FOX. Don't talk about MLB, please. Talk about FOX. Will you please, Billy boy?
He was just hired 14 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
He
And the
doesn't,
He was
champagne is
fired 4
flowing.
minutes ago.
exactly. The
Doesn't take much champagne to get you a little buzz. You know that.
yeah, exactly. He's got a lot going on there. I'm just happy he's working for us.
How about if you're a Cubs fan? The transformation from lovable losers to world champion. You
Wow.
got to be feeling pretty cool right
Not
now.
bad, right? I mean, not bad. You got and the other thing is, so they won the World Series in 1980. It wasn't even at Wrigley. Wrigley wasn't even there yet. They didn't get to Wrigley to 1916. So you're talking about, way back there. Way back there. Everything has changed.
Also, in other words, this is their first championship in their new ballpark.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like what you did there.
You like it, Alex?
Like it. Do you know they repeated? Hey, listen, Pete. Did you know they won in 1908 and 1907?
Yes.
So
They did.
maybe they can repeat next year.
Oh,
They're remodeling the place.
Well, would you
It's
say
gonna
they're
be nice
favorites
over there.
right now?
Absolutely.
Of course.
They are.
This team is too deep.
All right, we got a lot more to do here. We'll get back to Bill Murray, but let's look in at Wrigley Field. How's that looking right now? I have a feeling pretty nuts. Oh, that's nuts. Partying in the streets. Be safe, everyone, though, in Chicago. You got a right to celebrate because the Cubs are World Series champs. Champagne.
Champagne
clubhouse.
dream.
And our post game on FS1
Look out,
will
Dorothy.
continue. Rain, who cares? Cubs win the World Series. More to do with Frank Pina.
Hips to lips. We're
From
closing
Cleveland.
down. Feels so good. Yeah.
A battle in the Big 12 sets the stage for a Texas-sized college football Saturday on Fox. Chuck Linwood, Seth Russell, and the 13th-ranked Bears take on the Horned Frogs. Saturday, TCU Baylor at 3 Eastern on Fox.
I'm here in Bristol, Virginia, and now I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. On this side of the road is Virginia, and on this side, it's Tennessee. No matter which state in the country you live in, you could save hundreds on car insurance by switching to Geico. Look, I'm in Virginia. I'm in Tennessee. Virginia, Tennessee. And now I'm in, Virginia Sea.
See how much you could save on car insurance.
Or am I in Tennessee?
You know those nights? They're the nights that become day. Full of dancing and howling at the moon. They're the nights that remind us what it means to connect. The nights that teach us how to leave everything behind and live for the moment. They're the nights that memories are made of. Yeah, you know those nights. Those are Absolute nights. Unwrap your holiday nights with Absolute Electric. Get your limited edition now.
This is the Match app.
Oh, I like it.
How is this different than some other apps?
You get more of an idea what the person is like.
Versus?
Versus, here's my face, or not my face. It's a little bit more mature.
Match. Start for free today.
If you're a homeowner, you need to know about Home Advisor. It's a totally free service that connects you with top-rated home pros. You can even compare prices and book an appointment right online. So start your next project at homeadvisor.com.
Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out of the back, and the seagulls, they'll be smiling, and the rocks on the sand.
So peaceful up here.
Yeah.
Introducing the new turbocharged Golf All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive. Soon to be everywhere.
Heyward not quite as deep in right. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it and throw to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. The Cubs come pouring out of the dugout. The longest drought in the history of American sports is over, and the celebration begins.
Pat Hughes, Cubs Radio Network. He's been waiting a long time to say that. Team's coming back from a 3-1 deficit. Cubs, sixth team ever to do it. First since the Royals did it over the Cardinals in '85. And they do it on the road. They take games 6 and 7 in Cleveland. And so in Wrigleyville, no shocker, it's quite the scene right now, quite the party going on, as you would imagine, as the Cubs have won the World Series, and they'll be coming back and celebrating in just a little while. Rain falling in Cleveland for what was Really one of the great World Series in a long, long time. It's certainly one of the best Game 7s you will ever see. And one of the best stories you'll ever see is the return of Kyle Schwarber to this Cubs team. We all thought it was a joke. We all thought there's no way it could happen. Coming back 6 months after an ACL injury. But he played the 4 games in the American League Park, and he was dominant. He basically won him Game 2. He started the rally in the 10th inning tonight, and he's with Ken Rosenthal.
Kyle, congratulations. It's been a pretty wild celebration, by the way. That inning where you guys took the lead again, you started it. What was your approach just in that first at bat?
I know he has a good cutter. You know, that's pretty much his pitch, and he throws pretty hard moves a lot. So I just wanted to make sure I got a pitch down in the zone and make sure I got the head out on it. And, you know, luckily I hit it hard enough to get through the shift.
Now, we all know about the meeting that Jason called, but I'm curious about what happened in the dugout after Davis hit the home run. What was the reaction?
You know, there was that time where you're just like, shoot, you know, we thought that we had it there, but then we called that meeting, and, you know, everything was fine. We just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page and, you know, make sure that we move forward from that.
You fought back from knee surgery because you wanted to be part of this group. You love these guys. What is it about this team that makes it so special?
It's the character, man. The character of this ball club is off the charts. You literally can't run into a better group of guys. You know, it's been so special to be with these guys throughout the whole year, and they pushed me throughout the rehab process to get me back to where I am right now.
Last question, David Ross. What were your emotions seeing him hit the home run and just have the game that he did?
I mean, before the game, I almost cried, but, you know, we were trying to bust against us together, say one nice thing about someone, and it was David's turn today. And, you know, it kind of hit home knowing that it was his last ball game. And I've learned so much through that guy since I got called up, and I can't ask for a better mentor. And, you know, hopefully I can be like that guy moving forward throughout my career. But for him to come up in that spot and hit a home run off the bench, off Andrew Miller, you know, that just speaks about, you know, the person he is. He's magical. He's great. He means a lot to this team, and we're going to miss him.
Kyle, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
Kyle, Kenny, that was great. Raw emotion for sure, as it's been all night here. I want to go back to something that happened in the pregame, Frank. You called it. You get credit for this because you said, and you were adamant about it, hey, Kluber's starting. But the bottom line is the Cubs yesterday got confidence in their approach, confidence in their at-bats, and it would carry over. And it carried over.
It's hard to shut down a team when they score 9 runs the night before. I talked to Pete about that earlier. The big red machine, they scored 9 or 10 runs on you. That's going to take this team off for the next couple of days because hitting is contagious. And we saw it tonight. I mean, they scored a lot of runs in the last 2 nights.
Yes, they did.
I mean, that just shows you how good they are because in the World Series, it's mostly dominated by pitching. These guys really brought the bats, and they really took control of this World Series when they had to.
Well, I think one thing that helped the Cubs in this World Series is it was somebody different every night, 1 or 2 guys. And something that doesn't happen very often, it was 1 or 2 guys right after each other, which is a way to score runs when you put back-to-back hits against good pitchers, and that's what the Cubs did.
You know, they went from the most undisciplined team I've seen in a long time to look like they had 9-way balls with eagle eye. Yeah. They became very disciplined. The other thing is...
Yeah, and they did it in 2 days, by the way.
Have you ever seen a bigger transformation from the first 4 games to the last 3? It's like a different team.
Not at all. There's another question I got to ask you, because it's never happened to me. I don't know if it's ever happened to you or you, Frank. Have you ever had a meeting during a rain delay?
Never.
Someone called a meeting and told you to get your act together. Has you ever had that happen?
I never. I mean, that was very surprising when I heard all the guys saying that. I was shocked.
I think it's great.
It clearly worked.
Well, I mean, this was for all the marbles. And this team had fought through so much adversity. I mean, I think that the whole World Series changed when Chris Bryant hit that home run in Wrigley the other night.
Yes.
It seemed like the whole team just relaxed when their backs against the wall 3-1, and they came out fighting every at-bat ever since. And they won this World Series. Cleveland didn't give it away. They won it.
Don't forget one thing, Kev. You know, I talked about this 3 or 4 days ago. Tonight was the 8th time this year that the Indians lost 3 in a row.
You know, I think the one thing is, too, you know, you got to give the Indians credit because, boy, they are relentless. I mean, they look like they were dead to me 3 times during this game alone, and they came back each time. And that's kind of how they were the whole year, dealing with all the adversity they had to deal with without 2 of their starters, without essentially their best player, Brantley, who's been out all year. Just a fabulous season for them.
How about the irony of putting Roger Davis in there to play Gold Glove defense, and he looks like Barry Bonds with a 2-run homer and then a rocket up the middle.
Well, another thing that happened to Cleveland tonight, their 3 and 4 hitters went 0 for 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Lindau, he come up a couple times with men in scoring position in clutch situations, especially the 3-0 situation. Lindor, with a man on first and second. 3-0, foul one off, foul another one off, and hit a weak fly ball to left field. That was a big at bat right there.
What was obvious to me is that the Cubs, although they're a National League team, they're a much better American League team. Kyle Schwarber changed his team. It brought calmness, discipline, the ability to recognize spin and have discipline at bats, changed their whole lineup.
You know, you talked about the Bryant home run. It's like just getting back here took everything off the Cubs. You know, it's almost like we can't lose this at Wrigley.
Exactly.
You know,
the door was just cracked open after that home run, and they just ran through it. This whole offense just knew if we can get back with Schwarber in the lineup in Cleveland, we got a much better team, much better hitters, and that's what you saw. And that's why they won this World Series. But don't worry about the Cleveland Indians. They got the best pitching when it's all healthy in Major League Baseball at this point. They will be back, and I'm sure they will go out and get a couple more hitters.
Hey, Pete, how about if you're a kid out there watching and you have this kid, Kyle Schwarber, in high school, All-American middle linebacker from Cincinnati. No one wants him. He doesn't get drafted.
Everybody wants him now.
He had 3 schools.
Everybody wants him now.
He went to the University of Indiana, 3 years later, 4th pick, and now he's like Babe Ruth Jr. here.
Frank, you convinced me. This guy can hit. Yeah. Well, this guy can really hit.
He can really hit.
I mean, they got to find a spot for this guy next year.
Oh, they will.
Oh, yeah.
3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what they're going to do in the future, but man, you're talking about a dynasty. If those 3 guys stay healthy and play up to their potential, watch out for a while in the National League.
We're going to hear from John Lester when we come back. I did not expect him to go 3 innings tonight, but he did a nice job after that wild pitch. And it led to a Cubs World Series championship. We got more to do on the other side. We'll hear from Lester, and we'll continue to break this World Series down. Wrigleyville, packed house. Go get it, Dorothy.
Serious, you got him a dynasty already?
I'm just telling you, these guys stay healthy. They're not even their prime.
What are you telling me?
They're you saw them win the World Series, didn't you?
One of the great international rivalries in world soccer. There's a lot of bad blood between these 2 teams.
Lightning doesn't strike twice. It struck 4 times.
Like to know how to fix a broken joint and make it as good as new without messy glue or exposed screws? Get the Craig Joinery System and create rock-solid wood joints as good or better than new. All you need is a drill and our Craig jig to perfectly position hidden pocket holes for ultra-strong joints without messy glue or exposed screws. A Craig jig will pay for itself fixing chairs, drawers, frames, and more. Craig offers a 90-day guarantee, so get your Craig jig at CraigJoining.com or at these and other fine retailers.
Only got one life. The Italians strike again.
The biggest prelims card in UFC history is live from Madison Square Garden. In 10 days, only on FS1.
Attention sleep apnea sufferers. If you use CPAP therapy and have private insurance or a Medicare replacement plan, Americare CPAP may be able to help you get your CPAP supplies at little or no cost to you and free shipping.
Call 800-997-9210.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now.
I was on heroin.
I used crack cocaine.
We are the Addiction Network. And if you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, you need to call the number on your screen now.
Call 800-817-7343.
Are you a Christian author with a book ready to share with the world but need a publisher? We'll place your book for sale at all major mainstream booksellers, offering it to millions. We do it all.
Call for your free author submission kit at 800-622-1421.
Champagne dreams inside the Cubs clubhouse. They won the World Series tonight here in Cleveland with an unbelievable extra inning victory over the innings. That'll go down in history. And these fans rocking and rolling. Why not? They saw some history tonight. Cubs are World Series winners. That's us. We're back. We'll hear from Lester and more. And from the vaults when we come back, our favorite.
Wow. The vault coming up.
She got to pick out the paint. I got to spend a whole day with my favorite helper.
Now on sale at your locally owned True Value. A Milwaukee cordless drill and driver combo. A Milwaukee Sawzall. And a Milwaukee Fastback knife combo. Behind every project is a True Value.
At Subway, we're all about making things better. Take National Sandwich Day, for example. This Thursday, November 3rd, get a free sub when you buy any sub and drink. Plus, we'll donate a meal to Feeding America for each sub purchased. National Sandwich Day. Buy one, get one free, and make a difference.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
People say I'm evil. I say evil is how cable companies trick you with a low rate and then BAM! Your bill is over $100 a month.
Say goodbye to the way TV used to be. Introducing Sling TV. Instantly stream over 25 channels, including the most popular live sports, shows, and movies for just $20 a month. With Sling, there are no long-term contracts, no hidden fees, and no rental equipment. Just watch the best of live TV on your television, tablet, computer, or phone. Anytime, anywhere for only $20 a month.
Enough is enough. Stop paying too much for TV.
Take back TV with Sling and save. Go to slingtv.com and watch now for 7 days free.
You need a website. Why not do it yourself? With Wix, you can create your own professional website. Choose from hundreds of templates. Drag and drop to create your site exactly the way you want. Change your text. Choose one of our backgrounds or upload your own. Add popular web apps and services like Google Maps, contact forms, and so much more. Just like that, you've got your own stunning website that is fully optimized for every device. Create your stunning website today. It's easy and free.
Let's get it, baby!
Go Tribe. On November 2nd, it's Game 7 of the 2016 World Series. That's in the air to center. It is gone! What a start! Here's a fly ball into right center. The 39-year-old in his final game, David Ross, has made it 6-3. Drive into left. At the wall. It's gone. Tie game. Zobrist, that's a base hit. Zobrist delivers 7-6 in the 10th. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10. How about people who were alive in 1908? Check this out. Al Capone was 9. Okay, this is a long time ago, but it puts a little perspective on it. Babe Ruth was 13 years old in 1908. What else we got? That's Thomas Edison. He was alive. 61. Mark Twain was alive. 72 years old. 1908.
Cartoons.
Holy cow. That is a long time ago. Welcome back to the show. You know, there's a couple things before we get out of here. You can see the John Lester interview on foxsports.com. We're not going to have time to do it. Sorry. We can't thank everybody. We have a big crew that makes us look good. But you know what, guys? John Entz, Bardia Shireas, Jonathan Kaplan, Royce Dickerson, Anthony Masterson, Jason Dovis, Karen Wilkins up here, our stage managers. Danita's over here taking care of us all day long. David Fowler, our director. I can't do everybody, but there are so many people that make us look good, that have made us look good for the last month. So thank you very much for that.
Is this an Oscar speech?
No. Hey.
Just kidding.
I'm going to miss you guys.
Get teary-eyed a little bit.
Hey, man, this has been a fun month. I'm going to miss you guys. But the good news is it's not over, because we have a best from the vault.
What?
Yeah.
Woo! Go.
There's something about Aqua Velva. He wants to be cool and refreshed. There's something about an Aqua Velva man.
Hi, I'm Frank Thomas, former White Sox slugger. This Saturday at Blitz Pro Wrestling Show, Hostile Intent, make sure to bring your Big Hurt beer posters and have a great Memorial Day weekend. How about Big Hurt beer? Let's do it.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. It's Dave. Alex Rodriguez? Could you sign this? Dave, the Eagle wallpaper expert. Oh my gosh, it's Mary Lou, the plant expert. I've always admired your work with annuals. The guys will never believe this.
Hey, Pete, I was young and I needed some money.
Oh, I can't take it. That's Pete Rose.
That's Pete Rose.
Oh, my God.
My neck hurts. My neck hurts. How old were you when you did that?
12.
Right out of high school.
Many crickets.
Classic.
I don't know
Frank,
what you're
you don't
laughing
even
about.
drink beer. Why would you do a beer commercial?
I don't drink beer.
Do you?
How else do you think get this big? Good carbs.
You eat all the time.
Good carbs, and I eat all the time.
Hey, guess what? We were watching Alex's hardware commercial, you know, and he thinks it's all good. We got some more. Let's go back into the vault. This is from
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
You look like the Backstreet Boys?
Hey, you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Hey, Petey, I was a teenager. I needed the cash.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. That is amazing.
Menudo.
Oh, Menudo.
Man,
The matching chains.
Some pretty good shortstops there.
Petey, what are you laughing at? Because we got something from the vault from you.
That's pretty good right there, buddy.
Oh, look at his head.
Working on a
How's
massage.
that feel, Alex?
Our guy.
Oh, how's that feel, buddy? Oh, yeah. That's.
Oh, man.
What a month.
On that note, we got to go. We thank you for watching. It has been some fun postseason. Congratulations to the Cubs. One of their longtime fans is Pearl Jam frontman Eddie Vedder. We will leave you with his original song, Someday We'll Go All the Way. Thanks for watching. All
Can't find a better man. Woo!
Heroes in pinstripes, heroes in blue. Give us the chance to feel like heroes.